Imagine this. In the lush gardens of our great-grandparents' crops thrived that could turn a simple plot of soil into a gold mine, yet Big Ag buried them under mountains of uniform produce, robbing us of flavors that dance on the tongue like forgotten symphonies. Today, we're unearthing 15 hidden profitable plants. Crops gardeners can revive and sell locally for premium prices, proving that what's old can spark outrageous profits while mending the wounds of our agricultural past. Number 15, Brandywine tomato. Back in the late 1800s, this hefty pink heirloom ruled Pennsylvania Amish farms, prized for slicing into thick sandwiches that burst with summer's essence during harvest feasts. It faded as hybrid tomatoes took over, engineered for shelf life and shipping but lacking soul, pushed aside by industrial demands for uniformity. The tragedy? We've lost that velvety sweet tart explosion that melts in your mouth like warm custard, a flavor so rich it could command top dollar at farmers markets today. You'd never guess, but one plant can yield up to 30 pounds, turning your backyard into a cash cow. As we dig deeper into these treasures, consider how each one whispers stories of resilience. Number 14, Cherokee purple tomato. Native to the Cherokee people in the 1800s, this dusky purple beauty was shared among Tennessee gardeners, its beefsteak slices adorning plates with earthy richness in communal meals. Disease pressures and the rise of commercial red hybrids overshadowed it, as markets favored looks over taste, nearly erasing a cultural staple. Oh, the outrage? We've sacrificed that smoky, wine-like tang with hints of blackberry, a sensory hug that heirloom enthusiasts now pay a premium for in local CSAs. Fun fact, its seeds traveled through generations via a single envelope, a quiet act of defiance. The pattern emerges, doesn't it? Progress stealing purity? Number 13. Jimmy Nardello pepper. Italian immigrants brought this sweet frying pepper to Connecticut in the 1880s, where it sizzled in family skillets, adding a gentle crunch to sauces and stir-fries passed down through recipes. Supermarket preferences for blocky bells displaced it, along with seed company consolidations that ignored niche varieties. What a loss! That crisp, candy-like sweetness with a whisper of fruitiness, evoking sun-drenched orchards, now fetching high prices from chefs seeking authentic Italian flair. Imagine, one prolific vine can produce hundreds, perfect for bundling at roadside stands. Curious yet? These plants aren't just relics, they're rebellions. Number 12. Fish pepper. In 19th century Chesapeake Bay, African-American gardeners in Baltimore cultivated this variegated hot pepper, hiding its striped leaves among ornamentals while using its kick in seafood stews that warmed souls during harsh winters. It vanished from mainstream kitchens as industrial food processing favored milder, mass-produced options, marginalizing Black culinary traditions. The irony stings. We've forfeited that fiery, citrus-zinged heat with a creamy undertone, a taste like ocean spray on flames, which could ignite profits in urban markets craving heritage heat. Surprisingly, its pods mature from green to red, mimicking tropical fish scales. Feel that nostalgic pull? It's time to reclaim what's ours. Number 11. Quince. Ancient Persians and Greeks revered this golden fruit in the 1st century BC, poaching it into aromatic compotes that filled royal halls with vanilla citrus perfume, a staple in medieval preserves. The invention of commercial pectin and shifting taste to softer fruits like apples sidelined it, as its hard, astringent raw form didn't suit modern convenience. Tragically, we've abandoned that rosy pink transformation when cooked, yielding a floral jelly with honeyed depth that melts like silk. Imagine the markup at artisanal jam shops. You'd be shocked. One tree lasts decades, yielding bushels for local sales. But why stop there when outrage brews over lost abundance? Number 10. Medlar. Medieval Europeans cherished this russet fruit in monastery gardens from the 9th century, blending it into soft, date-like treats eaten with cheese during long winters, symbolizing patience and plenty. Commercial agriculture dismissed it for poor shelf life and odd appearance, as bledding requires frost or storage, incompatible with global shipping. The heartbreak? That custardy, spiced apple mush with notes of cinnamon and wine, a texture like velvet autumn, gone. Yet revival could mean exclusive sales to gourmet foragers. Here's a twist. Shakespeare called it the open arse fruit, a cheeky nod to its shape. Ponder this. Nature's gifts squandered for profit. Until now. Number 9. Pawpaw. Indigenous tribes in eastern North America harvested this creamy fruit for millennia, mashing its banana mango pulp into nourishing puddings that sustained communities through lean seasons. Urban sprawl and short shelf life doomed it, as it bruises easily and ripens unevenly, ignored by big growers favoring durable imports. What an outrage! We've erased that tropical custard burst with hints of pineapple and vanilla, a wild indulgence that commands festival premiums today. Astonishingly, it's America's largest native fruit, yet most have never tasted it. These stories tug at the heart, don't they? Number 8. Jerusalem artichoke. Native Americans domesticated this tuberous sunflower before European contact, roasting its nutty roots as a staple that fueled migrations and villages with reliable energy. 19th century taste shifts and its gassy reputation from inulin pushed it aside, renamed sunchoke in the 1950s for a comeback that never fully stuck. The tragedy unfolds in that earthy, artichoke-like crunch with sweet undertones, a texture like water chestnuts, lost, but now a diabetic-friendly superfood selling briskly at health-focused markets. You'd never guess. It grows invasively, turning marginal land into profit. Intrigued by how history hides such gems? Number 7. Salsify. Ancient Greeks and Romans boiled this root as an oyster mimic, its mild flavor gracing tables across Europe and early American colonies in hearty stews. Potatoes' higher yields and easier cultivation eclipsed it, as commercial farms prioritized volume over variety. We've tragically forgotten that subtle, seafood-tinged silkiness with a hint of asparagus, a delicate bite that elevates simple dishes, perfect for upscale local eateries paying top dollar. Fact, it's also called oyster plant, a nod to its deceptive taste. The disappearance feels deliberate almost. Number 6, scorzonera. Medieval healers prized this black-skinned root for snakebite cures, cultivating it in Spanish gardens where it added earthy depth to soups and salads through the ages. Like salsify, industrial root crops overshadowed it, with its labor-intensive peeling deterring mass production. The irony, that velvety, truffle-esque richness with nutty whispers, a flavor like buried treasure, vanished from plates, yet heirloom growers sell it as a gourmet novelty for handsome returns. Surprisingly, its greens are edible too, doubling the harvest. But wait, there's more resilience in the soil. Number 5, skirret. Romans savored this clustered root for its natural sweetness, baking it into pies across Europe where it sweetened peasant meals without scarce sugar. Sugarcane imports and potato dominance erased it, as lower yields couldn't compete in colonial trade. What a loss. That crisp, parsnip-like bite with honeyed cores evoking warm hearths, now a rare treat that could fetch artisanal prices at farm-to-table spots. You'd be amazed. It's perennial, returning year after year for effortless profits. Sense the curiosity building? These aren't just plants, they're legacies. Number 4, Good King Henry. Medieval peasants relied on this perennial green in England, steaming its spinach-like leaves as a reliable spring tonic after harsh winters. Modern lettuces and intensive farming dismissed it as a weed, with chemical agriculture favoring annuals. The outrage simmers. We've sacrificed that tender, mineral-rich tang with quinoa undertones, a nutrient powerhouse that sustains without replanting, ideal for subscription boxes. Here's a cliffhanger. It self-seeds, multiplying your investment effortlessly. Deeper we go, uncovering wild wonders. Number 3, lamb's quarters. Ancient Native Americans and early settlers foraged this leafy green, boiling it into nutritious porridges that bridged hunger gaps in diverse ecosystems. Herbicides and monoculture labeled it a pest, eradicating it from fields despite its edibility. Tragically, that mild spinach earth blend with a silky mouthfeel, gone, yet it's hyper-nutritious and sells as a wild superfood in trendy salads. Fun fact, it's kin to quinoa, with seeds grindable into flour. Almost there, with surprises awaiting. Number 2, yacon. Andean farmers in South America treasured this tuber for centuries, juicing its apple crisp roots as a natural sweetener in remote villages. Globalization favored sugarcane, and its exotic origins kept it obscure in northern markets. The irony bites. That refreshing, pear-like juiciness with low glycemic syrup potential, a diabetic delight we've ignored, now commanding niche health store prices. You'd never believe. It stores like potatoes, but tastes like fruit. And now, the crown jewel that ties it all together. Number 1, groundnut. Indigenous peoples across eastern North America cultivated this vining tuber pre-Columbian times, stringing its peanut-flavored pods into protein-rich meals that endured long journeys. European settlement and maize dominance wilded it back, as labor-intensive harvesting didn't fit industrial models. What a profound loss! That buttery, legume-sweet crunch with earthy depth, a survival food we've forsaken, yet perfect for local nut alternatives at premium rates. Astonishingly, Lewis and Clark survived on it during expeditions. These 15 hidden plants reveal a broader tragedy. Our rush toward efficient, flavorless food has stripped away biodiversity cultural ties and the simple joy of earthy abundance, all while small gardeners like you could revive them for profit and purpose. In an era of climate uncertainty and bland supermarkets, bringing them back combats monoculture's grip, fostering resilient local economies that honor our roots. It's a quiet revolution, one seed at a time. If this sparked your curiosity, hit that subscribe button for more on reclaiming lost harvests. Next up, we'll explore forgotten herbs that could transform your spice rack into a fortune. What hidden plant will you grow first? Let me know in the comments.